Here we are, guys. It's another day, day 17. And while we're going to start out doing some things that we've already done in the past, then we're going to discuss something that we haven't really addressed a whole lot yet. And I'm hoping that that's going to be helpful, and you guys are going to find that to be very productive and even fun for some of you guys. So the first thing that we're going to do is we got to get through this. And I know some of you already have probably 200 people, and that's great. The more names you have on that list, fantastic. For those of you that are still working towards your 100, that's okay too. The goal is we want to have as big of a list as humanly possible because we're going to work it to our advantage. So let's finish off where we started. Let's see, we need to start with O's, and we're just going to go to S's today, so we won't go through here too long, but you guys know the drill. I'm going to list off some different categories, and you guys are going to write down as many names as possible by simply pausing me and moving forward. Okay, who do you know that's an obstetrician? Who do you know that's an optimist? Other direct sellers, they can be some of your best customers. They can also help you find events as well in your area. Who do you know that owns a business? How about a pageant contestant or a pageant organizer? I can say I don't have either of those on my list. Parents of kids' friends, parents of coworkers and associates, part-time workers, party guests, a pediatric nurse, people who invite me to their parties, performers, personal trainer, pet groomer, pet minder. I'm not sure what quite that is, but I don't know. Maybe that's something big in Australia. A pet walker, a pharmacist, a Photoshop assistant, a photographer, playgroup moms, a plumber, someone you know that's pregnant, those that serve on the PTA. Again, that was one of my best contacts. PTA was really big for me when I first started. Let's see, a radiologist, a realtor, a receptionist, relatives, a reporter, retailers, sales clerk, school staff, a server, siblings, single parent, sister, sister-in-law, soccer moms, sorority sisters, a spa technician, Starbucks, someone that works at Starbucks, stay-at-home moms, students from high school, college, or university, a supervisor, and a swim instructor. So hopefully you've added more to your list. We just probably have one more lesson to finish our categories, and we'll be done with that and proceed further. But something that I want to talk about is a couple of things. When you do have customers that are ordering from you and you're collecting those orders, be sure that you are making them feel good about their choices. Just to give you some examples, for example, when somebody orders black raspberry vanilla and I see that on their order form, I always make sure and reassure them and let them know, that was one of the first fragrances that I ever used, and it's still today one of my favorites. Just giving them that reassurance just makes them feel more confident in their selection. And also, you can give them other ideas too. So, for example, if they buy washer whiffs, you could share with them how they can use the washer whiffs not only in their washer, but also by putting it on their carpets, letting it sit for 15 minutes, and then vacuuming, and how great their house is going to smell. So also giving some very simple and quick testimonies as well. That helps us. That helps too. So I wanted to share that. Secondly, and this is the big thing I want you guys to think about is, Scentsy has name recognition. When I joined over 10 years ago, nobody knew what Scentsy was. They didn't know how to spell it. It was just a completely different world, how to pronounce it. People didn't have a lot of trust in the product because they'd never heard of it before, and they just assumed that we wouldn't be around another day, another week, another month. Now, fortunately, we have really good brand recognition. When people see our car vinyls, they see our shirts, and they see us out and about, or see that we're going to be at an event, then they seek us out. So we're really blessed that we have that name recognition. But what we need to do and what we want to do is, as our Scentsy consultant, we need to be branding ourselves as well. Now, let me explain what I mean. Yes, we want to be wearing Scentsy shirts, and we want to have our cars branded and carrying our Scentsy mugs and telling the whole world that we sell Scentsy. But we also want them to identify Scentsy with Tracy DeMario. I want them, the minute they see anybody else's car that says Scentsy, them to think, oh, Tracy's my Scentsy lady. The minute that someone brings a Scentsy catalog and tosses it on their desk, they think, oh, Tracy's my Scentsy lady. Tracy Scentsy, Tracy Scentsy. I want them to know that I am their Scentsy person. So you want to be branding yourself and making sure that you as a person have your own identity as the Scentsy person in town. So here's some ideas on ways you can do that. Yes, I have seen people actually take out billboards, which is pretty amazing. But I'm not asking you to go out and take out a billboard. There's much simpler and less expensive ways to do that. What I do want you to do is I want to be sure that you're putting your website, for example, when you send out emails, you can go ahead and you can edit and have an automatic responder on your signature for your emails, so that it says Tracy DeMario, it has my website, it has my contact information. You can set those up in your email. So whether it's the school, my teacher from school, whether it's the, I don't know, somebody sending me a contract for something, whatever it might be, any and all of my emails, personal or not personal, they're going to get a response back that identifies me as a Scentsy consultant. Same is true with your phones. They have signature lines, most phones do, that you can have automatically will respond to text messages. And so it'll say Tracy Scentsy lady, or Tracy in your website, or whatever you want, however you want to set it up. But there's a lot of ways to do that. Of course, we do want to label everything. I've also seen, for example, if you look at my profile picture on Facebook, I have a frame around my picture that says Scentsy Independent Consultant. So that's just an obvious way. I've had people say, well, I don't get on my Facebook a lot, or no, if you looked on my Facebook page, you probably wouldn't know I was a Scentsy person. Why not? Why not? I'm not telling you to go on there and you have to post every 5 minutes, or not even post every day. But there's very simple things you can do to have on your Facebook profile or other social media platforms that identify you as a Scentsy person without posting it every 5 minutes. So I want you to think, how am I branding myself as a Scentsy person? When people think of Scentsy, are they thinking of me? And that's going to take repetition. They're going to need to see it. Maybe you want to do some mailings, some customer mailings. Maybe you do want to put together some postcards, order more business cards. There's lots of ways you can do that to get your name and get yourself branded. So that's what I want you to think about today. If you'd like to share your ideas, I would love to see them in the comments of this post. If you've got any images you want to share as well, we were definitely, the more we can share and support one another, the better. So with that, let's keep working hard. Let's set ourselves apart as the Scentsy person in town, and let's keep working towards leaping to lead.